My parents told me I needed to move back home to help with my brother's kids since his wife left. I said no, and they called me selfish for living alone in a 3-bedroom house while they struggled. I'm 29, single, and I worked my ass off to buy this place after years of saving every penny from my accounting job. My brother Tyler's 34 with 3 kids under 10. His ex-wife Melissa walked out 6 months ago, packed 2 suitcases, and moved to Oregon with some guy she met online. Just left Tyler with 3 kids and a mortgage he can barely manage on his construction salary. Now my parents watch the kids every single day. They pick them up from school, make dinner, help with homework, deal with bedtime routines. They're both in their early 60s and completely exhausted. My mom's back is shot from lifting the youngest one. My dad canceled his golf membership because he has no free time anymore. Around 3 months ago, they started with the subtle hints, commenting on how big my house was for just one person, asking if I ever got lonely rattling around in all that space, mentioning how convenient it would be if someone lived closer to help with the kids. I ignored it. Then the hints became less subtle. Direct questions about whether I'd ever considered moving back home, suggestions that I could save money on my mortgage, comments about how family helps family in times of need. Last month, they showed up at my house on a Saturday morning with a woman in a blazer. I opened the door confused, and my mom announced this was Patricia, a real estate agent who specialized in quick sales. They'd already scheduled a showing of my house without asking me. Patricia looked uncomfortable, clearly realizing this was news to me. My mom launched into this whole speech about how I could sell my place, move back into my childhood bedroom, and help with Tyler's kids while my parents took a step back. They'd already worked out a whole schedule. I'd take morning drop-offs, they'd handle afternoons, and we'd split weekends. The agent was standing there with her folder, looking like she wanted to disappear into the floor. I told her very calmly that there had been a misunderstanding and asked her to leave. She practically ran to her car. Then I turned to my parents. My mom immediately started crying, saying they'd sacrificed everything raising us, and I owed them this, that they were drowning trying to help Tyler, and I was their only daughter, their only hope. Dad backed her up, saying I was being selfish and wasting space living alone when family was struggling, that any decent person would step up. I took a breath and told them the truth I'd been holding back for years. I reminded them that throughout my entire childhood, everything revolved around Tyler. His football games, his travel teams, his athletic scholarships, his needs. I raised myself, made my own meals, did my own laundry, took the bus everywhere because they were always at Tyler's practices. When I graduated high school with honors, they missed the ceremony because Tyler had a playoff game. When I bought this house last year, they didn't even come see it for 3 months. I told them I wasn't going to spend my adult life cleaning up Tyler's messes the same way I spent my childhood being invisible while they focused on him. They could figure this out, but I wouldn't be participating. They left without another word. 2 weeks of silence. Then last Tuesday, my phone rang. It was Tyler, and he sounded confused. He said he was at our parents' house helping them pack boxes. I asked him what he was talking about. He explained that mom and dad had told the whole family I'd agreed to take the kids, that I was moving back home to be the primary caregiver so they could retire to Florida. They'd apparently been planning this for months. They'd already put an $8,000 deposit on a condo in a retirement community near Tampa, had started packing their stuff. Tyler wanted to know when I wanted them to drop off the kids and all their belongings. I felt my blood turn cold. I told him very clearly that I never agreed to anything, that I explicitly told them no, that I had no intention of taking his kids. There was a long silence on his end. Then I heard him turn away from the phone and start screaming at our parents. I could hear my mom sobbing in the background, my dad yelling back, and Tyler's voice getting louder and louder. The next day, my phone exploded. Texts from aunts, uncles, cousins, all asking what happened. My parents were completely stranded with a non-refundable $8,000 deposit on a condo they couldn't use. Tyler had to scramble to hire a full-time nanny he absolutely couldn't afford, and my mom left me a voicemail sobbing that I'd destroyed their retirement dreams and betrayed the entire family. I'm sitting in my 3-bedroom house that's still completely mine.